What's up, heathens? How ya doing? So tonight, as you can tell, it's Flat Earth Friday. We got a beautiful picture of our epic curve we have here on this oblate spheroid we call Earth. And so tonight we're going to be going over the reactions of a few flat earthers to the Behind the Curve documentary. Now, this documentary has actually been available since like last November. I know, because as soon as it hit Amazon, I was like, we got to watch this shit. And we watched that shit and I was like, fuck it, I'm sick, but I am going to make a video about this because everybody needs to hear this shit. So I think I saw like somebody posted up videos from it of Jeranism going, oh, that's interesting. And so I sought it out. So, but I mean, it was pretty much right after it got put up. But anyways, so...
We have a new member.
We do have a new member. Thank you, Fight the Flat Earth, for becoming a member of the Skeptic Mafia. If you want to know... and Caitlin Smart, thank you for becoming a new member. If you want to know how to become a member, you can always do !join for Nightbot to let you know how to become a member. You can also go to joinskepticmafia.com. The members get to comment on the video that I will read, I'll read their comments on tonight's live stream. That you also get the emojis that everybody's putting in there. Team Skeptic loves his bell icon. Everybody else loves. I think that's probably the favorite icon of the channel right there.
And then mine.
And then KC's, of course, KC's. But anyways, so we're going to be taking a look at the reactions of a few flat earthers. The ones that I've got for tonight are D Marble, Red Pill Philosophy, and Random Fuck. Okay? This random guy who's actually on the thumbnail, he put up one, and I thought that his reaction was so typical of flat earthers that I believe all three of these people kind of cover like the majority of the flat earth community. So, oh look, we've got an Aussie Globehead. Thank you for becoming a member.
And Team Skeptic says, I do love my dinger. Man, get a room. You and your dinger can keep your business to yourself.
All right, so if you don't know, if this is your first stream, you will not know what's up next, because the first thing that we always do is we learn shit with...
Today I learned.
Anyways, so tonight we are looking at Red Pill Philosophy and D Marble, as well as a random flat earther, and their vastly different reactions to the Behind the Curve documentary. Now, I don't want you to go into this thinking, oh, they realize it's a globe now and they're no longer flat earthers. Because that would be wrong. They're definitely still dipshits, and they definitely think that this entire thing is some kind of either a hoax or something like that, but each of them give their own reasoning, and I do have to commend them in one respect or another. Except for the last guy. He's representative of all the dipshit flat earthers out there. They're all dipshits, but the like dipshittiest of the dipshits in the flat earth community.
Did you notice that Red Pill Philosophy trimmed his stash?
Oh yeah, he did. He does not have the extreme curlies.
Mm-hmm.
But he does kind of have like, he does not have this lovely like a parabola. He more or less has like a, what is that, like a sine or a cosine?
I don't know, but it looks nice. It looks much better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He walked into the barber and was like, give me the cosine, okay? I want the cosine stash. Anyways, let's hear what he has to say.
Documentary. I say that although yes, it misrepresents the scientific experiments about the shape of the earth, it is as favorable towards flat earth as you could possibly be without it being blacklisted by the mainstream sites, by Netflix, by Google, by whatever, all these other sites.
Okay, so basically, he's trying to explain that the documentary is the best that the flat Earth community could hope for, and it still be made available or still make the mainstream media. And I would have to say that that's incredibly short-sighted, because you could totally get like if you had a legit flat earther who did a legit documentary and did all of the work to get the documentary on Amazon first and then on Netflix and other streaming places, because it was on Amazon and on iTunes. Before it was on Netflix. But if you had a legitimate, like, pro flat Earth documentary, it could get out there. You know how I know this is because anti-vaxxers have their own anti-vax documentary that is on Amazon, and I don't know if it's on Netflix, but it's on Amazon, and you can get it on there, and it's relatively cheap the last time I checked. Let me see. Amazon Vaxxed. It's on Prime.
What is?
Vaxxed?
Oh yeah, we can watch Vaxxed?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, you're gonna want to like slam your head into the freaking wall.
I know, and I have to do it so.
But it's a Vaxxed is a pro anti-vax documentary, and they've had it out there. So. I mean, it doesn't make sense that you would think that it would be hidden in some way. It would still make it out there. It could possibly still get on Netflix because compared to anti-vax, flat Earth isn't exactly harmful in the same ways that anti-vax is harmful. Let's see. We had a super chat from Chris Kelling. Random flat earther dude reminds me of Chris Crocker. Ooh, shit. I can imagine him now. Not Red Pill Philosophy. It's going to be the guy later, but I can just imagine him being under a curtain being like, leave flat Earth alone! Anyways, you'll understand. Let's we still got a little bit of Red Pill Mario here.
You never, ever, 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 ever could make that documentary any more favorable and it be featured on Netflix. So I think they made it as fair as they possibly could to get maximum mainstream appeal. And I think ultimately it does good. Are the globetards going to take out of context segments from the documentary and say, oh, look, they prove the Earth spins. Oh, look, the laser light proves the Earth is a globe. Of course they are.
So the only way that this could actually be like out of context is if the documentary people took it out of context. But I mean, they showed like the entire experiment, so I don't understand how it could be out of context. But also, how is it out of context, Bob, at a flat Earth barbecue backyard party, talking candidly with another flat earther saying, man, we dropped what we got now on this ring laser gyroscope experiment, we would be fucked. Like, I don't understand how I can take that out of context. Like, exactly how can I take that out of context? So, I'm not buying your thing here, Red Pill Philosophy, of it being, like, out of context clips that everybody's using, because everybody's using the same clips. Everybody's using the same two experiments that were done in the documentary, and everybody is seeing the same reaction from both Jeranism and Bob, which Jeranism was in the credits because he further explained why it didn't actually work with like fucking reeds or something like that. But anyways,
even though according to the Globers, refraction could be bending the light up and down. And do they know the conditions of the weather? And do they know the density gradient that was at play during?
Okay, well, for Jeranism, which that's the one he's talking about on Jeranism's video, I would hope that Jeranism would have done all those calculations and been able to explain all of that. But see, he thinks that angular resolution is actually what hides things behind the curve. The problem with that particular explanation, though, is that when you actually look through a P1000 or a P900, you see the object in full view, and then it automatically just stops. Like, it just disappears instantaneously, and you can't explain that with angular resolution. Now, if it was like clear at the top, and then it got smaller and smaller and smaller until it finally just went out of view as it hit the horizon, that would make sense. But that's not what happens. So, he's a dipshit and a fucking idiot.
Ding!
Uranism's laser test? They probably don't know those details, but they'll always tell you it's refraction that lets you see things that are supposed to be hidden behind the curvature. So only disingenuous Globe cult members, nothing new there, are going to run with this documentary hit piece and think they got a little victory. The mainstream media has been demonizing Globe skepticism, just like being a skeptic. Like people are like skeptics. Like I'm a big fan of like skepticism. Like, hey, are you guys skeptics? Like I'm a skeptic. Like, have you guys ever heard of this thing? It's called skepticism. And there's like this magazine. It's called Skeptic Magazine. And there's also this thing on YouTube. It's called the Skeptic Community. Have you guys heard of the skeptic? Yeah, like I'm so proud to be a skeptic, man. Ever since I became a skeptic, like I see the world in a totally new way.
Hey guys, you ever heard of skeptics? I'm a skeptic. Have you heard of this skeptic community? We even got a fucking magazine called Skeptic Magazine. It's like, I'm a skeptic. I'm a skeptic. I'm a skeptic. I'm just a skeptic, okay?
I just feel like he said skeptic more times in that like short period of time than all of Skeptic TM YouTube.
It's kind of one of those times when you have like a televangelist preacher or something like that, and he's up on stage and he comes out like this. Now listen, everybody, I know you saw me deep throating that cock on that video on the internet, but I swear to Christ, I'm not gay. Have you ever seen me being gay, except for that one time I was sucking dick? No, I am not gay. Please, catch me out at a gay bar. I am not gay. Gay, gay, gay. Gay doesn't make sense. Gay, gay, gay. Kill gays. And like you're like doth protest too much, Mario? All right, so next up we have D Marble, and I do have to commend Red Pill Philosophy here for saying that it was as fair as it could be towards the Flat Earth community, and D Marble actually goes in a little bit more in depth on that, but I didn't clip that part out. I'll just explain that, but basically. Red Pill Philosophy feels that it was a hit job, or it was a very biased kind of documentary that was meant to show the Flat Earth community in a bad light, and he thinks that it's the best that could have been done to get out there in the mainstream. Now, I disagree with him, because I think that they could have made it a lot worse, like a lot more pro-Flat Earth, which I don't consider it a pro-Flat Earth documentary. I know a lot of people are like, I'm not paying for no fucking Flat Earth documentary. I'm not giving them 1 red cent, motherfucker. Like, there were a lot of people that were like that. But it's not a Flat Earther documentary. And the reactions of these people are kind of indicative of that.
1, fix your camera. And 2, did we go on slow mode? I think it's...
Oh, okay.
What I have to say is probably going to be the same thing I say all the time. Now, as far as the whole movie documentary goes, I mean, yeah, it was a typical hit piece. It was a typical hit piece, obviously.
I like how D Marble starts off by saying that it's a typical hit piece. Like what?
Can you put on slow mode? I can't do it on not desktop.
Okay, hold on, everybody. I gotta do slow mode. Slow mode. It's on 30 seconds right now.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, people. But I love you commenting. Keep up those comments. It should update here in a second.
Okay.
Hopefully. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta save changes. Fuck. There we go. Okay, so I think that it's funny that D Marble here classifies it as a hit piece. Why would you go directly to hit piece? Why is that more probable than like it just being a transparent representation of how ridiculous the flat Earth movement is? I mean, you are basically put into a situation where you don't have control of the message and you can't like dictate what is debunked and what is not debunked. So you're mad because your movement, your flat Earth idea is laid out in plain view. The reactions to the experiments that were done are in plain view for people. And I don't see it as a hit piece. Like, for instance, the hit pieces would have been like that one fuck that did the doctored videos on Planned Parenthood. Where he's actually been indicted and everything like that because he completely misrepresented the entire situation there. That's an actual hit piece. This, though, you have raw, uncut footage, like long spans of uncut footage, and you also have like an accurate representation of the experiments that were being done. Because like with the ring laser gyroscope, you didn't have the actual experiment that was being done. With Jeranism, you did. But what you had was directly from Bob's mouth talking about he detected a 15 degree shift per hour on a ring laser gyroscope, which is indicative of a rotating Earth. That's exactly what you would expect to find. But no, what does he do? He says, no, it's the heavenly energies. And he's actually got a video out that he recorded last month with Jaren. It's a response to my video that I'm going to be looking at sometime soon. But the fact that they would rather say, oh, nope, everything was contaminated because the heavens, the rotating sky, is affecting the ring laser gyroscope on the face of the Earth. He thinks that the sky affects the ring laser gyroscope. He plainly says that in the documentary. So I don't understand how it could be a hit piece when you guys are just talking in the video. It's a fucking hit. You're sounding like goddamn Trump right now. It's a fucking hit piece. You caught me talking, and that's how I know it's a hit piece, because you relayed exactly what the fuck I said.
I mean, even down to the name. You know, if you think about it, you know, just consider saying behind the curve. You know, and I believe that's a degree of insinuation of saying Earthers behind the learning curve. I believe that's what they were trying to get at with that.
I like how these people love to like make up connections where there's no connections. Like behind the curve, you guys say the curve doesn't exist. So the title was supposed to invoke like, oh well, what's behind this curve? Because the curve is ever receding away, or the horizon is, and therefore the curve of the Earth is as far as you're seeing it, because you're always on the curve. And so like, it's not about the learning curve. The title isn't trying to call you stupid, D Marble. I think it's funny how you learn, like you lean into that pretty hard.
I think they are behind the learning curve, though.
No, they are behind the learning curve, okay? They are. But that's not what the title was trying to indicate to the audience, that you're behind the learning curve. Although, I will have to say, like, the one thing in the video that I laughed out loud about most recently was when Mark Sargent and Patricia Steer went to I think it was the Houston Spaceflight Center. I think it was somewhere in Texas. It was one of the spaceflight centers in Texas.
I think it was in Houston.
Yeah, I think it was Houston. But they went there and they're like, look, this little toy thingy, it doesn't work. And he was like hitting the screen like he's a goddamn monkey or some shit. He's like, oh, look, it doesn't even work. It's broke. How do we even get to the moon? And then the documentary guy just pans down and sees a button that says start on it. It's a fucking button that says start, and then you have Mark Sargent that's beating away at the goddamn screen above him, being like, it won't work because you're not hitting the button, Mark. So no, it's the flat earthers that are making themselves look like idiots.
stand correctly, and I'm pretty sure that the makers of the documentary, the producers and all, are globe earthers. You know, there are people that are still locked into the globe paradigm. So
Okay, so yeah, while they may be globe earthers, as you would put it, they were just documentary people trying to present the conversation. Because the actual conversation is flat earthers, amateur scientists, I guess you could say, versus actual scientists. Like, that's what the documentary was. They would have the flat earthers and everything that they were doing and whatnot, and the weird relationship that Mark has with Patricia Steer. And then you have actual scientists that are explaining the psychology of flat eartherism and all this, and the science that shows that they're wrong or whatnot. They even presented the experiment that Jaron was going to run to one of the scientists and was like, yeah, that would be a good indication. I'm kind of curious as to how that turns out. Like, they are interested in seeing these people, like, I guess educate themselves and learn how they're wrong so that they don't propagate this misinformation. Like, the scientists in the documentary were like, hey, these are people too. They're just a little misguided.
Flat earthers are people too.
Yeah.
We got a new member.
Yeah, we did. First we got Rapid X that says, peace. Yep. Bro fist. And then I got a gold medal, maybe, or he's giving me a gold medal.
You're number 1.
I'm number 1, bitches. Anyways, welcome to Kyle Julius 311. I appreciate you becoming a member. All right.
you know, obviously they're not gonna make the flat Earth community, you know, be seen in a positive light if they can help it, and they can help it. It's their documentary, so you know. And I mean, we didn't really expect anything different. I don't really like how they portrayed, how they tried to play Mark Sargent. They tried to make him look like a grown man that lives at home with his mom, something like that, you know.
They have to try to make him look like that. Like, doesn't he live? Either he lives with his mom, or his mom lives with him, which is fine, right? I guess.
Yes. There's no problem with it. Actually, I mentioned that when we first watched the movie, I was like, God damn it, honey, he lives with his mama. And she was like, now, he could own the house and she could live with him.
That's
you
true.
don't know. I mean, there could be a situation where, like, he is bringing home the money or whatnot, and he's not living with her. She's living with him or whatnot.
Well, I mean, that happens where parents live with their kids, you know. I mean, that happens.
Yeah, but I mean, all Mark does is he just bitches on the internet about flat Earth shit,
or maybe he travels a lot, so like having a place of his own just doesn't make sense. So like, or maybe it's his place and his mom lives there most of the time, and who knows? We don't know his situation. We do know D Marble lives in a van.
Yes, D Marble does live in a van down by the river.
But he likes that because he doesn't have a mortgage or is obligated to a rent.
Yeah, or buys toothpaste.
What?
He makes his own toothpaste.
Oh, does it? There are some people who do that. Like baking soda, it's really easy to make your own toothpaste.
Yeah.
It's gross, but it's...
he's got a video where he's like, make your own toothpaste.
Does he tell you how?
I think so.
I'll have to look that up. I'm going to make you D Marble's toothpaste.
No,
we're
no,
gonna
do
try
not.
it, and then we're going to make
I am not going to put anything of D Marble in my mouth.
We're going to make D Marble's toothpaste, and we're going to try it. And you're going to make a video about it.
No.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, so D Marble here doesn't like how Mark Sargent was portrayed, but again, in the documentary, like, they met Mark Sargent at his house, or the house that he stays at, or something like that. Met his mom, all that kind of shit. Like, they wanted to try to present Mark as just another person. He's got crazy fucking ideas, but he's just another person that lives with his mom. That's fine. But they didn't try to make him, like, it's not like, hey, Mark, do you live with your mom? Oh my God, it would be so awesome if we could get video of you like you living at your mom's house. Holy shit. Like, it's not like they tried to present him that way. Mark presented himself that way.
I do feel like, though, his mom was trying, like, not to... She was trying to go along. Like, didn't it seem like she was trying to go along, but, like, maybe she thinks he's a little crazy?
Yeah, well, I mean, when it comes to Flat Earth, she's convinced with Mark. But, like, with the other fucking conspiracies, she's just like, yeah, he believes crazy shit.
Are you sure? Because I'm not sure that she is convinced. I feel like she just doesn't want to hear him bitch at her about it anymore. And so maybe she's just, yeah, like, sure, honey, I believe in the Flat Earth. Yeah.
Maybe. But he also, D. Marble also goes on to complain about how Patricia Steer was represented as if she's some kind of crazy cat lady. And then he turns right around after that and he goes, but she does own a lot of cats. She just loves cats. It's like, I'm sorry. She believes in almost every conspiracy theory. She won't be convinced of like anything that's not a conspiracy theory. And she owns a lot of cats.
She does have a lot of cats.
That is textbook crazy cat lady. So it's not that the documentary was presenting her that way, like out of context or something like that. The documentary was just presenting Patricia.
She seems sweet, though.
She's sweet in that, oh, bless your heart kind of way.
That's accurate.
All right. Now on to the main show here. As you, what? Oh fuck! What was it that somebody said earlier? Somebody had something funny to say earlier about the. Oh, Chris Crocker. That's right. Chris Kelling said he looks like Chris Crocker. I can totally see that. I'm just waiting for the curtain to come out right now.
I don't know who Chris Crocker is.
You know, he's the Leave Britney alone.
Oh. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You have no idea who Chris Crocker is?
No.
He hid in the sheets. He said, leave Britney alone, like when she was going crazy and shit.
Who the hell is Britney?
Spears, honey.
Oh, like there's any other Britney on the face of the fucking planet.
Name another, like, famous Britney.
You didn't say it was a famous person. I mean, we say, you know, whatever Karen, and we're not actually talking about a famous Karen.
Look at Peachy in the comments.
What? Peachy, holy shit. Do I live under a rock? Look, I have shit to do. I'm a busy lady. I have a really stressful full-time job. I go to school. I have a kid half the time, and I take care of GE. Do you know how much effort it takes to take care of GE? I mean, seriously.
I mean, honestly, you just gotta keep getting me beer.
You don't need any beer.
Josiah Hansen says, all of my cats say having a lot of cats is awesome. I'm sure they would. Okay, so now this guy right here is pretty pissed off about the documentary. He's the guy that's on the thumbnail of the video. He's got a 5-minute video, and we're going to listen to it because it's hilarious.
Yo, here we go. How y'all doing today? Hope you're having a great day.
I'm having a great day there. I don't know. Is ginger like a bad thing to say?
I mean, Ginger's some people's name.
Yeah.
Like, some people have that name, but I mean, he's redheaded.
All right. Hey there, Ginger Leprechaun. Let's go.
Why is he a leprechaun? Hold on. Why is he a leprechaun?
I don't know. He kind of looks short. I mean, it kind of looks like the camera is just sort of on top of the computer and it's looking down at him. Josiah's right. He ain't got a soul either.
What's wrong with short people?
Ain't nothing wrong with short people. This fucker's a leprechaun, though. Where's your shillelagh? Shillelagh? What is it? Shillelagh!
And you know how I know that?
How?
Because I'm a leprechaun.
Yeah, Casey just flipped me the bird, and I'm sleeping on the couch tonight.
A blessed day. So I'm going to make a video here on my opinion on the Behind the Curve Flat Earth documentary. I had to pull the video down because obviously I realized it was a hit piece and it really wasn't a Mark Sargent and crew event. They just agreed to be used as cannon fodder to make us look all like retards instead. Mission.
I like how yet again they go, oh, it's just a hit piece, and they're cannon fodder. Like they made themselves cannon fodder for people to make fun of us and make us look stupid, which he says retard, and I don't like that word at all. Just letting you guys know, I don't like the word. For one thing, it doesn't mean stupid, okay? I know that it's kind of been made to mean that, but it does, that's not at all what it is. So I mean, I personally prefer say stupid, but anyways, Wellington Smith, KC, I don't know who Chris Crocker or Crocker is either. Hit GE on the shoulder for me.
Thank you, Wellington.
Oh man.
You have another one too.
Yeah, 0132132. If he took his glasses off and said "Lucky Charms," I couldn't tell him in the ad apart.
Oh, the guy on the ad is super cute. He's
not. I was expecting something to come after that. But of course, it's obviously a hit piece to him, and he had another review up, which I wish I could have gotten, but he had another review up, and he had to take it down because apparently he thought that it was like a Mark Sargent funded documentary, like Mark Sargent funded documentary people to follow him around and shit, and it's not what it was, but apparently he's still pretty pissed off at Mark, Jaron, Bob, and all them.
Accomplished. I'm here to tell you, from the video I made in confusion, thinking that Mark and them made the video when it was a hit piece, all the comments that I got, mission accomplished, okay? All the comments I got were so hateful, and there were all these these round earth retards going, see, you guys are retarded. Your experiments didn't get they didn't work because they didn't get the answer you wanted. That's what I hear. They didn't work because they didn't get the answer you wanted. Huh. I would have never made myself look like, dude, everybody says the earth, that we're ridiculous now. Okay.
Well, no, okay, so I have to contest something here. We were saying you were ridiculous as fuck beforehand. This documentary didn't help you guys at all, and it only gives us more ammunition, sure, but you were fucking dipshits before, you're fucking dipshits during it, and you're fucking dipshits afterwards, okay?
ding.
I mean, I find it really hard to I guess accept that these people didn't know that we considered them to be fucking idiots beforehand. And yeah, now you have verifiable evidence that flat earthers are fucking idiots.
Ding. Also, do you see how he's transforming? Is he like a shapeshifter?
He's about to turn into a werewolf. It's one of those strange leprechaun werewolf situations. He's gonna go, "Roar, I'm so pissed off at this goddamn documentary. Oh!
Oh, and then does he look for the gold at the end of the rainbow?
Yeah, he'll take a shit in the pot.
Mission accomplished. I'm here to tell you, I put a video out in confusion thinking that Mark put out a documentary, and it was a hit piece that they agreed to be in to make us all look like retards. I mean, when you read the comments that they left on my video, because I was confused at first, and they were, dude, everybody thinks that we're retarded now, that flat earthers are just insanely ridiculous. It's so ridiculous now. In the experiments, they think that all the experiments that we did and blundered that day prove it. So they don't have to do anything now. Mission accomplished. They don't even have to do any experiments now because they already went out and blundered and looked like retards for us already. So now everybody says that that's the proof right there because of those experiments. That right there, everybody's saying in the comments, you didn't get what you wanted, and now you're now you're not happy because it's a.
You can just tell how salty this motherfucker is right now. He's so salty. Fucking Salt Bay is like, look, you're gonna have to pay me by the hour, okay? There's so much fucking salt on this goddamn guy right here.
Is that why he's so white?
It might be. He might be pure sodium
Salt.
chloride.
I think he might be.
So Teresa Ferry says, man, I thought I was pasty white. This guy makes me look golden tan.
Me too.
Hopefully it's not Trump kind of golden. It's just regular fucking golden.
Trump is not golden. Trump is Oompa Loompa.
And Trump is Oompa Loompa. Okay, that's right. Trump is Oompa Loompa. But so it's plainly obvious that this guy loves to call globe earthers stupid, basically. I'm not going to say the word that he does, but he calls people stupid all the time for believing that the earth is a globe, when we actually have experiments that support observations that we make. So, but when it's turned around on him, oh boy, does he get salty. He gets triggered as fuck, being called stupid in the comments, being made fun of and all this shit. But yet, he would have no problem doing the exact same thing to us. A little bit hypocritical, if I might say.
But like, here's the thing, like, we were doing all this before that documentary came out. Like, we thought you were stupid before.
I know. I guess now see what I think it is it's a reaction to cognitive dissonance, right? Because he sees the evidence, he sees the experiments being done by Jaron and Bob, he sees them failing at it, and he's just fucking pissed off that they failed. I mean, he's not doing any kind of fucking experiments that make any kind of shit.
Maybe he should.
Well, maybe he should.
He could crowdsource a documentary. It's been done before. They'd have to get special, like, what would you put him under? Blacklight? Oh no, not blacklight.
That motherfucker would glow under blacklight, honey.
Honey, he already glows. Look at him. Bless his heart. I bet you he gets sunburnt real easy.
I bet he does.
I get sunburned really easy too. It's
awesome. 0-132-132 says the documentary humanized flurfers for me. Actual flurfer content makes them look like arrogant, ignorant fools. I agree. The documentary was actually very good at humanizing the flurfer community. And I think that, you know, while D Marble and Red Pill Philosophy kind of gave it props for doing, you know, the best that it could with the Flat Earth community, but I mean, it's like, how good can you make a group of idiots look? I mean, at some point, they're going to say something dumb as shit, you know? And you're going to get it on camera, and you're just going to be like, you know, I'm just here to represent the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
I could just see Gloria Borg stepping in, being like, I'm not supposed to give my opinion, but Mark, you're a dipshit. There's a start button right there. The Amberian Knight says the Oompa Loompa is the master race man. Yeah, he is. All right, let's continue with this.
Ball. It's a ball, and they're monkeys flying through space. They love being on a ball, and they love being fucking monkeys.
Well, I mean, I do love being on the ball, because being on the ball means that I'm stuck on Earth and I'm not floating out in the vacuum of space. But also, we're not monkeys. We're Homo sapiens, and we're cousins of other apes. We're part of the great ape family. And so because we're part of the great ape family, are we related to monkeys like in the evolutionary tree? Yes, we are. We're related to gorillas and I believe orangutans and chimpanzees and all that kind of shit. We're related to them fucks. And so there's nothing wrong with that. That's just basic fucking science. But of course I know that you people don't love basic fucking science. You want science that that is part of your unfalsifiable narrative, which is science. It's pseudoscience. But you want to call it science.
Oh, you have a super chat from Teresa Ferries.
Mm-hmm. Teresa Ferries, did you notice the punny 2 or 5 pound weights? Puny. Sorry. Puny. 2 or 5 pound weights he has on his floor against that weird wall. Work it, man. Work it.
Why is the wall weird? Oh, because it's kind of like
out yeah.
And then in and...
Yeah, it's probably got a closet right there or something.
Or a staircase, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, but yeah. I don't... Hold on. You know, I wouldn't know anything about puny fucking weights. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Oh. Sorry, I just had to do this really quick. Oh. 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 Get real fucking weights.
Oh my God.
Flying through space. Accidents. They love to be accidents. Flying through space. Not the creators of this place. Confused. These dumb fuckers helped to create this place, and they don't even remember. They're so fucking dumb. They can't even remember creating this place. That's how dumb they are. We created this place, and you're so dumb you can't even remember. That's how fucking dumb you all are. You're so dumb, it's insane. It kind of hurts. I actually physically hurt because all you motherfuckers are so dumb.
He almost busted out a diss rap right there. I like how he almost was. It's almost like he was rapping like, I can't believe how dumb you motherfuckers are. We shut this place out of God's asshole. I don't know what he means by the idea that we like created this place, but we're too dumb to remember that we created it. Like, how did we create this place?
Make sure you do your... BM Furball said, Godless Engineer, isn't dick lifts enough for a workout for you?
Oh, God, dick. I don't know. I mean, I got a pretty big... I guess I would go pretty far if I did some dick lifts. I mean, it's like... I'd have to go outside, to be honest. I mean...
Oh, my God.
There's no doubt about it. So... Oh, yeah, I'm wearing all this because, of course, my heat stops again in the middle of the night, so it's fucking freezing here. It's like fucking 40 degrees in this bitch. I gotta use this. Thank God for this little tiny fucking heater. Good thing.
I don't know what that was. I think he was trying to read the brand of heater that he had or something. I'm not sure.
Man, this thing, that would be really cool. It would be like being in the car again. So it's kind of ridiculous the amount of people now that they're not even gonna look into flat Earth now. They're not even looking at those experiments that they blundered to look like retards and crying and all that act or whatever to make it look like they were legit and they were really trying. Yeah. That didn't work. They all are laughing at Jaron. They all laugh at everybody. They're all laughing at us. They're laughing at everybody with these experiments. They go, you did.
You know what I laughed at?
What?
The most was that other flat earther guy that was like kind of like a side character to the whole documentary who was pissed about everything flat earth. He's the flat earther. But he was like the original, you know?
Oh, Matt Powerland or whatever.
Whatever. That guy's saltiness just cracked my shit up the whole time.
No.
He was my favorite part of the movie. He was just so pissed at everything.
You know what my favorite part of the movie was? There's this one scene in it, right, where Mark and Patricia Steer were standing there and they were talking about something or whatnot. And then Mark gets this look on his face.
Why?
I don't know. I can only imagine that he was traumatized by the friend zone because he's never going to get that Patricia Steer booty.
Maybe he farted.
I don't know, but he was standing there like, I am never going to fuck her.
Their whole relationship is awkward and weird, but you know, whatever works for them.
I didn't get a chance to get the new emoji done tonight, so I'm sorry about that.
It worked.
Huh?
Tell Chrismer, subscribe. It worked that time.
Oh yeah, so this Chrismer, the subscribe worked that time. But Jonathan, I promise I'm gonna get one for Monday. Monday we will have a new one. I promise. Okay. But anyways, so let's continue with this.
Didn't get the answer you wanted, so now you're not happy about it. That's all I get, dude. Everything is you didn't get the answers you wanted in the experiments. So these blundered experiments, which, how the fuck? I don't even know. It's beyond the pale how they could fuck these experiments up to make us all look like retards. But hey, wait.
So the way that they fucked them up is because the Earth is not fucking flat, and you will never have an experiment that shows that the Earth is fucking flat. That's how they fucked up, okay? You run any kind of experiment you want to try to prove a flat Earth. But I can guarantee you're gonna fall on your face just like fucking Jaron did, and just like that fucking idiot Bob did.
Ding.
To go, all these people, you're on my new shit list now. All you retards, you fucking retards that went ahead and sealed the deal on this, you just...
Oh shit, honey. I'm on somebody's shit list.
Oh, I don't think you're on the... Oh, you might be on Bob's shit list.
Oh, I'm definitely on Bob's shit list, but I'm definitely apparently on his shit list too. Oh. Holy fuck, I am making everybody's shit list today.
I thought he was saying that Bob and Jaren and all of them are on his shit list.
Well, I think that he's talking about everybody that was in the comment section calling him stupid and idiotic and stuff.
Oh, did you do that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, no, we're making a video about how stupid he is. Good point. Dang.
Just really fucked us now. You just made my work a lot harder, assholes. So fuck all of you dumb motherfuckers. You just fucked us. Everybody thinks it's a fucking ball now, thanks to you dumb cannon fodder retards that allowed yourself to be used because you, for whatever reason, I don't really give a fuck. You allowed yourselves, the entire group as a whole, to be used. It was a group thing. You all were allowed to be used to make us all look like retards.
This idiot is laying into these other idiots because they're more idiotic than apparently he is. Like, Wellington Smith actually asked in the comments, in the live stream comments right now, if the Flurfers are infighting. Flurfers have always been infighting, but now with this documentary, they are totally they totally think that Bob and Jaren and Mark are like psyop agents for the government that are no, I'm not even bullshitting, honey, not even bullshitting. They think that they are controlled opposition. Okay. What? Yeah, they think that they are working for the globe propagandist or whatever.
Oh my god.
To make flat Earth look ridiculous. It's like, hey, maybe your fucking idea is just ridiculous. Like that's a probable thing. Like it's more probable than them being psyop agents.
Nobody would hire them.
Maybe they would hire them because they're just stupid enough to actually sell it.
No.
Congratulations, it worked. It worked. It worked. You made us all look stupid. Nobody's ever gonna look into flat Earth now. Way to go. Way to fucking go.
Way to go.
Way to fucking go.
Way to go.
Way to fucking go, guys. Way to fucking go, okay? You made us look like idiots and now nobody will believe the fucking flat Earth. Way to fucking go.
It's more salt.
just keep
salty.
Just keep pouring that salt across that white fucking face of yours.
I feel like he needs a beer.
Hey, I'm just kind of curious. If we put him up in the sky, would he reflect as much as the moon?
Perhaps.
Sandra came in here and was like, maybe.
Fuck you retards. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you subscribers.
Well, comment, like, and subscribe. All you heathens right now, go comment, like, and subscribe right now. Alright, heathens, well, that's going to be it for the videos tonight, which are actually finishing pretty well on time. So, we're going to be going through the Skeptic Mafia comments now. There's a lot of Skeptic Mafia comments, so I'm most likely just going to kind of read through them and not really give a lot of exposition on them. So, please bear with me. I will do it on occasion, but yeah, so we're going to go through that right now. If you're going to leave and you don't want to hear what people in the community are saying about this particular guy's video, then I hope that you will come back. I hope you'll subscribe. Hit up that Nightbot link right there for Join Skeptic Mafia. I want to thank Chrismer for the little ASCII art for doing that. And y'all have a good night. If you're not going to stick around for the Skeptic Mafia comments and the other comments after it, which the comments after it are directly related to the Behind the Curve video. So let's go on ahead and get to the